Hold on. I just need to make sure that is actually recording. It is. Okay. Okay, so last day, so we looked at creating that worksheet, right? So the worksheet, the assets went in the debit column, liabilities went in the credit column, capital went in the credit column, drawings went in the debit column, revenue went in the credit column, and expenses went in the debit column. And you added up your two columns, and you had to get out the same number in both. What we're going to do now is we're going to extend over to the other two columns. So the middle column is called the income statement, and the last column is called the balance sheet. Okay? So all we have to do is just remember that the income statement only contains the revenue and expenses. The balance sheet contains the assets, the liabilities, and owner's equity. Okay, so capital and drawings. Okay. Now, when we break it apart into income statement and balance sheet, the column totals will no longer be equal. Okay, so your column totals will be, so the column totals are equal for the first column, but income statement and balance sheet, the column totals will not be the same anymore. So how this is going to look, we are literally just going to copy these over. So we've got assets, we've got liabilities, this is our capital or owner's equity, and then here is our revenue and expenses. So revenue and expenses, these ones get put to the income statement. So revenue gets copied to the credit column. Expenses get copied to the debit column. So if it's debit here, it stays debit here. Okay. Miscellaneous must have been 0, which is why there's nothing there. So you're not going to double underline because the totals aren't going to be the same number. Okay. So you're going to have 7,500 in this column, 850 and 500 is 1350, and you leave it at that. You don't try to make them equal to each other. That's what we're going to do next week. So next week we're going to do one more step to make the columns back equal again. So for balance sheet, so assets, liabilities, and capital, I'm just going to draw a line here just so I can see. So credits get copied to the credit column, so 23,000, 29,500, 24,381. And then assets get copied over to the debit column. And then again, down at the very bottom, oops, not with yellow highlighter, you're going to put those totals, okay, whatever those are. So what ends up looking like is this. So you've got your revenue and your expenses go on the income statement, your assets, liabilities, and owner's equity go on the balance sheet. And again, notice they are not equal to each other. That's it. So this gets double underlined because they are equal to each other. These four do not. What we're going to do next week is we're going to figure out, there's one more thing that we're going to need to insert into here, and then numbers over here to make them equal to each other. And that's the final piece of the worksheet. So your assignment will literally take you 3 minutes. You're literally going to take a trial balance and you're going to copy the numbers over into the right columns, do your add, put the totals at the bottom, hit email. Okay? That's it. That's all. That's all we're doing today. Okay? So today, go down to the lab, do this assignment, and then if you've got dig out stuff to do, if you're still working on projects from the last 10, 20, keep working on that and get that stuff done. Okay? If you get this done quickly, you're out of here. Okay? All right, I'll meet you down at the lab.